Hello and welcome to another tutorial. In this video, I'll show you how to make Breaky UKG in the style of Bluetooth, inspired by his tracks Alakazam, SW17 and Perilous. The project file, samples and presets are available for a small contribution in the description. I'm doing a giveaway with this video. You can win a Polymax synth from Universal Audio, and all you have to do is follow me on Instagram and message me the word synth to enter. The plugin sounds great and has solid modulation options. I'll link it below. I'll announce the winner just after 7 p.m. on Sunday, the 19th of May, so make sure to enter before then. My Instagram is down below. I've also released a brand new Vital Pack that'll be in the description as well. Our BPM is 130 and we're not in a specific key. We've got this thuddy kick inspired by Alakazam. For the drums, we have a mixture of breaks, loops, and electronic hits. And this maximalist approach encompasses many of the elements of Bluetooth drum programming. We have a couple of snares. Forgot to mention this when I was recording initially. There's a low pass filter that gets activated for the final bar of the loop and sweeps up during the snare roll. We have a triplet snare pattern here. And this first snare is layered with the hot pants break. Then we have these tam loops, and I've used wider for stereo width. These perks are inspired by Alakazam. I've added spectral resonator and EQ on the channel. Then we have the verbed perks with reverb added via Serum Effects. Finally, we have the high perks. For the hats, there are 2 open hats and a closed hat. I've utilized the choke groups here. I've applied this 2-step groove to everything in the drums group. Because I'm using the hot pants break as Bluetooth does in Alakazam, I wanted to use the groove to add 2-step swing reminiscent of Perilous. On the drums group, there's saturator, drum bus, and EQ, plus reverb via A. For this project, I'm using the Empty Club preset. Next, we have the basses. First, we have an 808 sample. Very simple bass line here. Then we have this FM wobble. This sound is inspired by the wobble from Perilous. Although it's more accurate if you take oscillator B up by 1 octave. In oscillator A, we have a sine wave taken down by 2 octaves with its unison at 5. FM from B is modulated by LFO1, as is the cutoff of this low pass filter. Oscillator B is another sine wave with its level taken down. In the effects, there's distortion, multiband compression, and EQ. On the channel, there's a utility monoing under 500 Hz. On the group, there's multi-band dynamics to ensure bass consistency by compressing the subfrequencies, mostly because the detuned wobble is inconsistent, parallel compression, EQ, and a sub sidechain rack using the kick as a trigger. Reverb is applied via A. Next, we have the effects. On the first 4 tracks, we have samples, but I've included a Serum preset for the noise impact in the Bandcamp download. The siren is made in Serum. Here we have a square wave and this air can noise running into a low pass filter. There's distortion in the effects, and in the matrix we can see LFO1 is modulating the master tuning. On the group, there's saturator, drum bus, isotope vinyl with pitch warping, EQ, echo, and Serum effects reverb. I've chosen a longer reverb here, similar to the perk effects, in contrast to the shorter empty club reverb on Send A. Next, we have the melodic group, starting with the pad, which is inspired by SW17. The first chord is a G sharp minor ninth, but I couldn't work out the other two. So feel free to write them in the comments if your music theory is better than mine. Oscillator A is this acid waveform, which is similar to a saw wave, with its unison at 5, along with the noise, both of which are running into this low pass filter. The filter's cutoff is being modulated by LFO1. There's portamento, which is adding to the wonkiness of the patch. In the effects, we have distortion and EQ. And on the channel, there's an EQ, removing low mids. Next, we have the marimba pluck. This sound reminds me of early grime pan flute plucks, and you can try creating these blips with 30-second notes and large melodic leaps. Octaves can work well, for example. We have a sine wave and organ noise, with LFO1 modulating the latter's level. In the effects, there's hyperdimension, distortion, multiband compression, EQ, and reverb. And on the channel, we have another EQ. On the group, there's saturator, isotope vinyl with pitch warping, EQ, chorus, and echo. Reverb is applied via A. Finally, we have the vocals. These have individual echoes. The main vocal originates from Free Sounds, and I'll link this below. The reverse reverb vocal is made from the same sample. I noticed vocals that sounded like they were in the style of West or Central Asian music in Alakazam, and this is my attempt at something similar. Using vocal textures like this can be a great alternative to lyrical vocals and chops, so I'd recommend trying this technique if you make any kind of UKG or breaks. On the group, there's saturator, more vinyl, EQ, and reverb via A. And that's the video. Please leave any questions in the comments, and I'll see you in the next one.